Hello.
Hey, man, it's good to see you again. It's been a little while.
That's better.
How you
Yeah,
been?
man. How you doing?
Yeah,
Good.
good. Yeah, good, man. Good to see you. Where are you at?
I'm in near São Paulo. It's an hour away from São Paulo in a friend's house.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. Just hanging about, getting ready to get on that plane.
Oh yeah, that beautiful ride.
How long's
But it's
it?
worth it. Very happy to be back in Australia. I mean, it's one of our favorite places, and especially now with the festival. First time we're doing the festival like that. Such a diverse lineup and everything.
Yeah,
So very part of it. It's gonna be amazing.
man, we can't wait to see you guys. It's going to be incredible, and like everyone I know is keen to see you guys play and your set, and the side shows as well. You know, it's been a little while. When was the last time we saw you? I think you came down with Death Angel. Was that the last time?
Yeah, yeah. That angel.
Yeah,
It's
that
really
was.
cool.
Oh man, I saw you in Byron. I went and saw you guys down in Byron, and that was just pure chaos. It was amazing.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it was great. That was in 2018, I think, right? It was a few.
Think
It was a
so.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, supposed to play before, of course, in Australia, but because of the lockdown,
Mm.
it delayed years. But finally, we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And as we mentioned, the Good Things Festival lineup is absolutely stacked. We've got Devo, Behemoth, Corey Taylor, who else? Slaughter to Prevail. Like it just on and on and
It's
on.
good.
Oh,
That's
Limp
great.
Bizkit, mate. Who are you going to
No, it's
look?
great. It's a great festival, and so happy to be a part of it. I think it's a good momentum for us, and and a good opportunity to play for a lot of people that never seen Sepultura or doesn't know our music and stuff. I think I love festival because of that. To
Mm.
play new crowd, and to try to gather new fans. Who knows?
Well, do you find that now? Because I mean, I'm noticing that there's a whole new generation of metalheads coming through right now. All the young kids are
Oh
discovering
yeah,
all these bands. Like I mentioned Sepultura to a kid the other day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like Sepultura, yeah, yeah, yeah." You know what I mean? They're finding from Spotify and things like that, and they
yeah,
haven't had the chance to see you play live yet. So it's really exciting.
yeah. Amazing. I was talking about that in the other interviews about this new generation.
Mm,
Uh, Metal. It's about family. The vinyl from the older brother or an uncle or father, and Sepultura. We will celebrate 40 years next year, so we have at least three generations there. Of fans that are, and it's very common to see in our shows all around the world this mix of ages.
mm.
Our old fans, they're see Sepultura so many times together with new fans, very young fans already singing the lyrics and stuff, and it's so inspirational for us, motivational, and it's great to see that songs that we wrote like 40 years ago or 30 years ago still have an impact on new generations, on new minds and new heads, and regardless of all the technology and everything, so I think it showed that we maybe did something right.
Absolutely. But I mean, you got songs. I mean, obviously, you've got to play all the bangers. You know what I mean? You've got all those songs. You probably played Roots, Bloody Roots thousands of times.
Yes.
But that song still, like my band covered that a couple of weeks ago at a little festival down here just for fun.
All
And we did
right.
a few runs. Yeah, man. And it, as soon as we played it, man, people know it and just brings everybody in together. It's special,
It's
man.
amazing. It's very special. Roots really, it's a very special song and a very special time for Sepultura, an album as well. Everything that was around that, it was very, very special. And it feels very fresh every time we play. I never
Mm,
got tired of playing Roots. like I got tired from other songs. For instance, I don't know, Troops of Doom, you know, that we inner self sometimes. I cannot
Yeah.
play inner self. Enough is enough. But Roots is fantastic. You know, it's
Yeah.
always very fresh. You see people very happy with smiles on their face, singing with, you know, with their heart, and
Mm.
very emotional, you know, and it's very new every time we play. So it is a very unique song, you know, that really represents a lot what Sepultura is all about. You know, it's fantastic.
And it's one of those things where you just mentioned where you're like, oh, I don't want to play this song anymore. You know, I played this song to death, or I played this song to death. But you've got those kids that haven't seen you play before, and it's special for
Oh
them.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's that they come to the
that may,
show.
what that would this is exactly what makes it special. You
Mm.
know, it makes unique. Every Roots is a unique. You know, no Roots is the same as, you know, a Roots in Brisbane. We're gonna be different from Melbourne and from Sao Paulo, whatever. It's a whole new atmosphere. Even though we are playing the same notes and stuff with the
Yeah.
same, you know, type of it is different. You know, it's something that it's magical. You know, that's why touring is amazing, because it's never the same. You know, because we don't get bored, because we absorb what's going on around us, you know, and just don't stay there like a machine. You know, we're
Yeah.
very emotional what's happening around. So it helps us really to perform the song uniquely for them, for whatever people are there, you know, at the time. So it's great. You're always learning something new, even though we play that song for so many times, you know, always have something special, something new that you know, we build little details that eventually the song gets a little different in certain parts, but it makes sense because we did it with the truthful, you know, response for people there at the time, you know. So it's great.
Are you planning on getting any of your friends up to have a jam with you? Are you going to jam with anybody on the festival? Have you been texting your mates in other bands going, hey, let's have a jam or something, or have a few beers? Is there anyone that you're mates with that you want to catch up with?
Yeah, that's always a possibility with Sepultura, you know, even bringing on our stage or somebody go to a different stage to jam, especially with so many bands and stuff, you know. Of course, we know Corey, you know, the guys from Behemoth,
Mm-hmm.
um, the closest friends and stuff, but nothing planned yet. And I like that, you know. Maybe a surprise in the last moment. That's the real jam that happens sometimes.
That's why you got to be there. You got to. I'm looking forward to the sideshow as well. In Brisbane,
Yeah,
that's going to be awesome, man.
yeah, we're gonna have more time to play more songs and stuff, so it's gonna be cool.
Hopefully, a few bangers off this one. It's not really showing up because of the skull. I don't know if you get there. There it is. There it
Ah,
is.
cool,
Quadra.
awesome.
It keeps disappearing with me. I love that album. I think we spoke last time about that album. We're gonna hear a few off that one.
Perfect. Yeah, amazing.
So I think
Do I choose the song?
no. Sorry, are we going to hear some of those live? Being that
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the whole tour is around that album. I mean, it took a while for us to get on the road because of the lockdown and everything. It was very anxious, you know, to play those songs live. But yeah, I mean, we play, I don't know, in a headline show, we play around 8 songs sometimes of the Quadra album because we love it. I mean,
mm,
it took a while for us to wait to play, and now we enjoy so much, you know, and of course the fans as well, because they had time to listen, you know, for 2 years to know the lyrics, to know every detail of the songs, and so it fits very well with the set list, with the old stuff, and it's a very special tour. That's why we're recording for the album. You know, we're gonna do the live album and etc. So it's a very special moment for us.
are you recording down here in Australia? You're going to do some live in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, we are recording everything. We started in Europe for the whole month. We record
Mm-hmm.
everything. We went to Indonesia and Singapore, recorded there. Now in Australia as well. So we want to put out like 40 songs in 40 different cities around the world. You know, covering everything that we did. Of course, the classics, but also the side Bs and Cs. You know, and really do a very complete history, and also to show where we can go. I mean, Sepultura played in 80 countries in 40 years, and we have fans all around the world. And I think it's about time, we have a live album like that to celebrate together with them. 40 years and in our best momentum. We feel great on stage. We are playing better than ever. We enjoying ourselves. So I think it's going to be a very special live album with all the recordings that we are doing right now. It's going to be amazing.
And Australia's going to go harder than everyone. You know that, right?
I hope so, man. Let's see about that.
You're hearing that first, people. You got to make sure that you, if you want to be heard on this live album, you got to scream louder. So, mate, but 40
That's
years, 40 years of Sepultura. It's such I can't. I'm 43, so it's incredible, mate. Your journey, and you've been down here so many times. What is it about Australia, do you think, that connection with Sepultura is? What makes it so strong?
I don't know, man. I think it's hard to say if it's one thing only, but of course, Australia in many ways are very similar to Brazil on the weather, the beaches and surfing, music, hard music. And, it's a place that loves heavy metal. Since the first time we were there, we are, I don't know, I think we were accepted in a way that was out of this European American, act. I think it felt that we are from the south of the world. Some weird, strange connection. That we are kind of represented as well, not only South America or Brazil, but all the down part here that sometimes are forgotten. On the circuit, or not really well respected the way it should be on the music scene in general. So I guess it could be that kind of connection that really it makes Sepultura Australia such a special relationship, and we're always very happy to be back. I love Australia in every aspect, and I always had a great time. I just think All Blacks are better than the Springboks. So not Springboks, the Wallabies, man.
Wallabies. There you go. That's all right. I'll edit that out, mate. But I will. But I will say, I mean, one thing I've noticed over the years is you guys are national treasures back home. I work with a Brazilian. She's downstairs working right now. You say Sepultura, and they're like, Sepultura, you know what I mean? Like, anywhere you go in the world, like, that must be such a special feeling to know that, wherever you go, you're loved from your fellow countrymen and women.
No, it's great to be a symbol of a Brazilian culture, alongside the sports and bossa nova, all those elements that really showed Brazil to the world with a very special identity, since Disneyland, with the character from Rio and stuff, Carmen Miranda, all that stuff. And I think Sepultura is a part of that, or a consequence. We had some of that DNA in our music as well, and somehow I guess we are connected like that because we put the Brazilian music and elements in a very unique and special way, different from everything that happened up to that point, especially using heavy music and heavy percussion and, all those lyrics talking about Brazil and etc. So it's great that we could do something new and unique about Brazil, which is such a, great and huge country with so many different elements in music and, culturally speaking, and somehow we represent that throughout our music, which is amazing. It's fantastic.
And what about a new album? Have we got plans for a follow-up to Quadra?
No, not at all, man. No new album in a few years. I don't know. I mean, we're very focused on
Yes.
the live album, the celebrations for the years. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of stuff connected to that. We created a logo, so we want to stretch. We want to record the album, celebrate, and then see what happens. But I don't want to force ourselves to write just to write. It has to
Mm.
feel the something new to express. And I feel, and we feel, Sepultura, that Quadra album, it's still very powerful, very
Oh,
strong. A lot of people didn't see the album live, like Australia, for instance, so we want to really go as much as we can. And it's such an amazing album to play live, so we want to enjoy as much as we can the Quadra situation, and then we can move on.
yeah, man. Still catching up, I guess. That's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Well, man, that's incredible. But I don't know how much time we got left, but I just wanted to say, Andreas, you've always been awesome every time I've spoken to you, and I hope to catch up with you in Brisbane.
Definitely, yeah.
And mate, it's going to be in such an incredible tour. So, are you going to watch DEVO?
Oh, yeah, man. It's one of my goals. One of the three festivals, I have to watch them for sure.
Awesome. I'll see you. I'll see you in the pit for DEVO. But until then, man, take care. I'll have all the links up here on the website and in the show notes. Andreas, see you soon.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.